This one does make me feel like I'm in Blade. So bad for Luka, man. Best shape of his career, and he has a horrible supporting cast. Almost like someone was telling you guys that team sucked. Lakers tied up too much money in AD, LeBron, and Bronny. I mean, Bronny makes no money. Now they're paying the piper. It's okay. Soon money will free up and they can build around Luka. Well, what? They're not paying AD anymore. Vibes are high at Mavs shoot around. Hell yeah. They have $60 million between LeBron and Bronny. Yeah, but that's all going to Braun. None of that's going to Bronny. That's all going to LeBron. Music's on fire today. Warriors might be better than I thought. Yeah, that was one of my main takeaways, I think. The Warriors, but also though, I don't really doubt that the Warriors are a good team when they're like fully healthy. Game 1 of the season, you know. $70, $80 games in, we're getting close to the playoffs. Are they healthy? One. The Lakers missed 12 free throws and 14 threes. Yeah, I mean, there are ways you can look at it. I mean, I've saw Lakers fans be like, dude, we missed 12 free throws and lost the game by 10. It's like, dude, you guys got shit on. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how, like, I don't know how you can watch that game and leave it being like, no, actually, I think we're good. Like, we should have won that game. No, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. They barely beat LA. They controlled that second half completely. They did. They controlled that second half completely. I never really felt like that game was in the balance. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, make sure you do so. It helps me out tremendously, especially early on in the stream's life cycle. Lets YouTube know I'm having a great time, of which we are. Warriors had a top 5 player of all time last night, slightly early season, Buddy Hield. That's true. That's a great point. Let's go. Hey guys, what is DeAndre Ayton? One word to describe DeAndre Ayton. What the fuck is this word? Slutty. Spuds. Is that a word? I don't want to waste a word there on spuds, but that could be it. Something along those lines. Smuck. Smut. Where's this you gonna be, huh? Is this gonna be one of these weird ones? Stuck. Oh. Studs. Stud. Study. Boom. 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 Oh. Stuff. Stunt. What is Ayton going to do this year to the Los Angeles Lakers' growth? Here we go. Last time was a tough one for us. Cat. Okay. Cat. Pharaoh. Sort of thinking maybe some Egyptian, but I don't really know what else we would have there. Pasta. A little too this music. Although I can't lie, I do like it. Let's go with some like house music. It's not house music, really. This is a Slide By classic though. Here, haven't heard this one in a while. Okay, right. Okay, fire, water. Was low-key kind of thinking Pokemon types. Fire, water. What the flying fuck is this song? All right, hold on. Let me lock in. Sorry. Carpenter, Ryder, Taylor. Mold, water, shape, the shape of water. Right. Army, cat, fashion show. All right, I'm kind of getting annoyed by these songs. Just want something a little bit more on the chill side. Just kind of a little bit a lot. Just kind of a little bit a lot. All right, hold on. Okay, let's go. Electric. What is cat? Cat what? Cat, Pharaoh. I mean, those probably are connected, right? Cat. Army, right. Cat. Water, fire, gas. Water, fire, gas, electric. Water, gas, electric. Water bill, gas bill, electricity bill, telephone bill. That's the closest thing I've gotten to. Okay. Utilities. Great. Maybe this gets us going. Mold. Mold, shape, tailor, fashion. Yep, now we're getting going. Okay. Rider, carpenter, army. Army? Where does army fit into the equation? Army strong. No. Carpenter. Jesus. No, I don't really see that one. Cat. Garfield's? No. Pasta, cat. Pasta. Is there something with like pronunciation? Pharaoh? No, I don't think so. Army. Army. Is there like army? Arm. No. Pasta. Past. No. And sometimes you got to look at the... Is there one word, one letter that we can switch in some of these? Cast. Cat, if you add an S, turns to cast. No. Right, rider. Wait, right, rider. Okay, I don't know. Rider, pasta, right, cat. What? Why would that be it? Oh, copycat, copy pasta. Wow. Millennials. Copyright, copywriter. Okay. Fire, carpenter, pharaoh, and army. What's this one? Kinds of ants. Oh, shit. Dude, there used to be a game on a browser-based game. There used to be a browser-based game where you like controlled an ant army. Anyone remember that? So I pretended to change the song, but seeing the chat's answers. No, I didn't have the chat pulled up on this screen. I don't see the chat whenever I'm on the music thing. Do you guys remember? I used to play that game in school. All right, let's get into it. Again, if you guys haven't liked the stream yet, make sure you do so. It helps me out tremendously. Makes it feel so good. There's 140 of you in here. 20 likes. What the fuck are we doing, man? The season has started. You guys are going to come out with that performance? Like, seriously? Wicked, 37 months. I will be in attendance for tonight's matchup. Hell yeah, I love that for you. Sim Ant was goated Ant game. Was that it? Where's the flag jersey? It's hanging up in the rafters. Remember seeing Slightly Courtside last year, opening night? Hell yeah, I was there, man. Cooper stat line prediction, something like 56, 24, and 13. The 13 being steals. 14 assists and maybe 9 blocks. Don't want to put too high of expectations on him in game one. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Let's lower the expectations. Yeah, again, guys, I'm just not trying to put too much pressure on him. You know? I cannot wait to see what the starting five is. I mean, that is... I wish I could go on Real Sports. Real Sports, if anybody here is listening to this that has any connections in Real Sports, please just give me a code. Give me a fucking code so I don't have to pay a subscription fee for your online sources. It doesn't make much sense to me that I have to do that. Just being truthful and honest. Okay? Just being truthful and honest. Over under on championships for Luka. This year, 0. On this Lakers team with this squad, probably also 0, if I'm just being real. If I'm just being honest. I feel like watching the Rockets last night is evidence number 1 as to why point Coop should not exist. I also kind of think, dude, I'm getting a little alarmed as to why everything is taking so fucking long to load. Like, why is ESPN taking that long to pop up on my fucking screen? Right? Oh, AWS, is that still a thing? Is that still fucked up? Oh, everyone's having it. All right, cool. Good morning, folks. It is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2025. And by Tuesday, of course, I mean Wednesday. Sorry if I gave you a little bit of a confusion there to start your morning. We are here. The NBA season has started. We got an all-time classic opening night game last night. And we have, 13? 12? I don't know how many exactly games to be played tonight. Yesterday, night 1 of the season, your first 2 games are always it's the most exciting time. It feels like Christmas Day, but really what it feels like is Christmas Eve to me. Especially, when I was younger, we used to do a thing where Christmas Eve, me and my sister were a little bit spoiled, especially by our grandparents. Christmas Eve, we get one gift. We got to pick out the gift. That's kind of what last night was like. We get the little gift, and today's kind of Christmas Day, where you have all of the games, and you get to dive into League Pass, and you get to watch all these different teams. You get to bounce around the games. This is, to me, the Christmas Day. Last night's kind of the Christmas Eve, the little tease before. And my God, what an incredible set of games. The Lakers-Warriors game really wasn't that bad, but the Rockets-Thunder game was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, and it's got to be one of the absolute best opening night games I can remember. Double overtime. Both these teams are Western Conference Finals hopefuls. So obviously the Thunder are more than that, but the Rockets are a Western Conference Finals hopeful. And holy fuck, this game ruled, man. This game absolutely ruled. And let me start here, because I've seen this really, if I'm just being truthful, a lot of what you guys do is cry and complain about Shai to the point that it really annoys me, because the guy's fantastic. The guy's unguardable. Look, at some point, if you're gonna be like an NBA fan, if you're really gonna commit to the NBA thing, so much so that you're like in here, like, why are we not just? I get hating, and I hate from time to time. Don't get me wrong, but at least appreciate the fact that Shai is an unguardable, unstoppable player and one of the best offensive players and best scorers the league has ever laid eyes on. I've seen, foul baiting to end the game. This league is horrible. This product is terrible. I saw some dumb fuck tweet that said, this product sucks. Last play of the game, because Shai just absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked KD and got KD to jump it's just not a great play defensively by Kevin Durant into the most obvious foul of all time that led to the game-winning free throws for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And yeah, the game-winning free throws, whatever you want to say it. But it was a disgusting move. So I would understand if it was kind of like some of the classic Shai. It's like, here's what I'm talking about. Average game, and look, I just pulled this up. Average game-winning, and I feel bad because this has 300 views. I don't know. I just searched up Shai. This is what popped up. He cooked his ass. Like, look at this screenshot right here. KD is basically humping Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, jumping on him like a lunatic. And there's people complaining about this. It's a foul every single day of the week. I would kind of understand it if it was like that signature Shai play where he's driving and he kind of does a little chicken wing on you, and then you kind of try to get back in the play and you bump him a little bit and he goes up immediately and draws the foul. Like, okay, textbook foul by the rules. Yeah, it's a foul. A little bit annoying. Yeah, it is a little bit annoying. It's grifting. It is what it is. Like, that would be one thing. This is just as big of a foul as it gets. This is like last year in the playoffs when people would clip some of these Shai ones and they would just get so angry at these where Shai gets a defender up in the air and then goes up. That has never not been a foul ever. He didn't cook him. He just had nowhere to go, so he had to bait the foul. I want you to look at this screen capture right here. Kevin Durant is up in the air humping Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay? He got cooked. Shai cooks a lot of guys. I'm sorry to say it. This is a foul. Okay? And then also, if you want to do of course, the game ends in free throws things, like the game should have ended on a technical free throw. Because the most hilarious part of this already great game was Kevin Durant calling a timeout at the end of the first overtime when they didn't have one. And it should have been a technical free throw. I'm happy they didn't call that, by the way. Like, yeah, it should have been, but come on, we really don't want. It would have been funny, honestly, and now knowing that the Thunder won the game anyways, it would have been kind of funny if the game ended like that, but we didn't want that game to end like that. It would have been hilarious. When was the last time we've seen that? Oh yeah, the refs were staring right at him. I mean, they full-fledged missed it. But I feel like put yourself in the mind of this ref, thinking, "Fuck, do I really want to call this? Do I really want to call this right now?" Nope. But anyways, this game was great. If I'm a fan of either of these teams, I leave with my head high. Obviously, if you're the Thunder, lots of emotions, very, very charged night, opening night, first game of the season. You're raising the banner, you're getting your ring. You're playing a Rockets team that's just a fucking nightmare to play, and they just added Kevin Durant. So you feel good if you're either of these teams. I mean, Shai, I did a video on the Clips channel that I'm going to drop here after this stream. And what I'm doing on the Clips channel this year, by the way, I'm going to upload highlights from my live stream every night. And I don't know really what the live stream schedule is going to be for watching games. I'm not going to commit to anything yet, but I do want to do consistently. I don't want it just to be Mavs. I know I've said this before, but I do actually kind of mean it this time. And then also in the morning, I think I'll do just a quick little ramble on some of the things I liked the night before, because I know some of you guys like the more condensed stuff rather than these longer streams, which I completely get. The Thunder, SGA had, I believe, 13 points going into the fourth quarter. Is that right? 11 points going into the fourth quarter. 11 points going into the fourth quarter. Finishes the game with 35. Now, of course, there were 2 overtime periods. But 24 points on 7 of 14 from the field in the fourth quarter and in both overtimes. Now, a big reason why he was able to do that was because Amin Thompson, what overtime was that? Was that in the first overtime? Amin Thompson went down with calf cramps? And we're sure that's just it, right? We're sure it's just calf cramps for Amin Thompson. Because I just want to make sure that wasn't more of a serious calf injury that he's dealing with. But Amin Thompson was unbelievable defensively on Shai. I mean, Shai couldn't get anything off. Amin Thompson is just going to be one of these guys who's locked for all defensive teams his entire career if he's healthy. He was limping in blood on his knee. Well, I guess NBA players just bleed profusely from their knee, so that doesn't mean much to me. Yeah, we've learned this. What does the calf one? If it's like a calf strain, okay, that's completely different than a calf and then cramping, right? I don't think there's a minor calf injury. Well, that's what I'm saying, because they just said it was cramps. He never came back into the game. He was at the scores table at one point. We might have to pump the brakes a little on a men's leap, offensive leap. There were some things I liked from Amen Thompson offensively. I liked when he just took the space that the Thunder gave him, and they gave him it. Took the space that the Thunder gave him and got to a floater or got 2 feet in the paint. That led to other things. He could have had more assists than 5 assists. The Rockets did not shoot well from 3. I really liked a couple possessions later in the game where, like, Case and Wallace was applying full court pressure, and Amen got the inbounds and just sprinted up the floor and got to the paint, got to the rim. I like those. Those are the encouraging ones for me. Those are the ones where I'm like, okay, the pathway is there for him to be a Ben Simmons like offensive player. And I don't mean Ben Simmons currently. I mean when Ben Simmons was good. Where it's like, yeah, we don't need to respect that guy's shot at all. But if we give him too much space and he gets downhill, he's kind of unstoppable. That's where Amen Thompson needs to be, where it's like defenses at least have to like be a good enough cutter where if you're going to sag off me, I'm going to cut. And I'm such an explosive athlete where like I'll go up and catch a lob, or I'll get a pass when I'm cutting and go up. But yeah, the shot is fucked. I mean, I saw a funny tweet last night that was pretty hilarious. Someone tweeted out, Amen Thompson had 11 turnovers last night. And even I saw that and I was like, what? No, he didn't. And then people were in their replies were like, no, he didn't, man. You only had 4 turnovers. And the guy said he shot 7 threes. And I was like, oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's a good point. That's a good point. Damn, Amen had 11 turnovers tonight. He was a minus 11. He didn't have 11 turnovers. 4 turnovers plus 7 3-point attempts equals 11 turnovers. So I guess he did hit a long 2 with his foot on the line. So we'll give him that. But yeah, the shot just looks really bad. If he were like clanking these like off the back rim or something, or just a little short, but they are online, I could be like, okay, it's all right. I see it. I understand it. The vision might be there a little bit, dude. It's just like off the side of the rim. If you're sitting courtside, your life's in danger. Like those are the type of threes we're talking about. And it's a bit concerning because when they play super big like this, there's just not a lot of shooting. I mean, they're just throwing out guys who aren't shooters. Josh Okogie, Tari Eason, Capella got 8 minutes. Steven Adams played 37 minutes last night. Double overtime game, to be completely fair. But god damn. And now, but it is like, so Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd was bad last night. Was bad. Was horrible defensively. I mean, that was alarming how bad he looked defensively. That was the one, like, my jaw was on the floor sometimes. Where it's like, dude, how, like, he just took one step. How is he past you? I don't understand it. The 3-point shot, so he didn't shoot well from 3 last year. Limited minutes, whatever. Never found his groove. Cool. I'm 100%, I'll buy into that theory. Absolutely. Shot 55% from 3 or whatever the fuck it was in college. Something crazy. But he only attempted like 3 a game. Never has been like a big-time 3-point shooter. Volume 3-point shooter. Wasn't in college. He has to hit threes. At like, I mean, if he plays extended minutes, I want to see 9 or 10 threes a game from him. And it needs to be good to justify some of the other stuff. Because felt like he never took advantage of mismatches, never blew past a defender. He's not like an Uber athlete or anything like that, but never blew past a defender. Looked very hesitant, right? Had a couple of turnovers. One of them was KD's just demanding the ball. Lou Dort's hounding him. KD's demanding the ball. Reed Shepherd takes 20 minutes to fucking get it there, and by the time he does, KD's lost his positioning on Lou Dort. Lou Dort steals it. Wasn't a strong pass. And yeah, his he is one of these 3-point shooters where it's like, it's not, corner threes. It's not like these good, like all of his threes last night were like the threes you see like Reeves take sometimes where it's like, dog, why are you 33 feet away from the fucking basket? Like, can you step in? Why are you so far away? Can you step in a few feet? Lou Dort had a few of those too. Lou Dort, I swear to God, Lou Dort is the best 3-point shooter I've ever seen. It's like, well, dude, you know Lou Dort shot 40% from three last year. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I don't care what the stats say. The stats are lying to you. Lou Dort did not shoot 40% from three. I just refuse to believe it. He's the best, worst three-point shooter I've ever seen. No way he shot 40% from three last year. There's some statistical fuck up that the league needs to investigate. Because Lou Dort will take shots. Like he took a few where he catches the ball, and it's not like a step back three, but he's like, the ball's in the air and he's going to, and then he's like taking steps back as he's going to catch it. It's like, dude, why are you stepping back? But then also, I will say this in Lou Dort's defense. I was in attendance Game 5 against the Nuggets last year where he literally saved their ass and probably saved their season. Going nuclear from three. That was the game he went 4 of 8 from three. Couldn't miss. Yes, Chris Youngblood is a fantastic name. Chris Youngblood got out there? I don't even remember that. The Brooks Barnheiser shit was hilarious. Brooks Barnheiser got out there, got first quarter minutes, rookie, second round guy, right? There's some like Thunder people that I talked to that are like, hey, Brooks Barnheiser could be. Don't be surprised if Brooks Barnheiser ends up being like one of these annoying ass Rockets guys. 2 minutes in the first half, first quarter, never saw him again. And I didn't think he was like necessarily bad or anything. AJ Mitchell gave him some really good minutes too. Yeah, Thompson was clamping him. Can we take a minute to acknowledge? Oh, I already read that. Does that make H-Town a problem since it felt like they dominated most of the game? Yeah, Houston. Like if I'm a Rockets fan, I'm not leaving like super discouraged by any of this. Reed Shepherd, there's some stuff that concerns me. The spacing and whatnot will be alarming, right? But also at the same time, it's like, do I want to jump to too many conclusions about what their offense is going to look like? Game 1 with Kevin Durant, Game 1 with no Fred VanVleet, Game 1 with like essentially a rookie Reed Shepherd getting extended minutes, Game 1 of like point guard Amen Thompson against the best defense in the league on the road. Am I going to jump to too many conclusions there? No. That would feel irresponsible, right? One thing I would feel good and confident saying, because we saw this all Eurobasket long leading into the season. Simply, this just happens. We talked about when these international competitions happen and guys look really good, it usually carries over. Şengün looked awesome. I mean, Şengün was the best player on the court last night. Kevin Durant. MVP, finals MVP, scoring champ, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren. That's like a mini debate in some circles. Şengün was the best player on the floor, like semi-comfortably. He was awesome. The 5 of 8 from 3 is crazy. He made 21 total threes last year. And guys, we're not talking like end of shot clock, bail us out. Oh, I have the ball in my hand. I guess I'm going to shoot. Oh my God, I made 5 of those. I'm so lucky. Threes, like he had a 3 where it was in transition, pull up, looked like Kyrie Irving. Like, hello? I mean, if that's like, if there's a 3-point leap similar to that, well, that changes some things. Easy third team, never a doubt. Yeah, I mean, he could be very well be an All-NBA player. And the Kevin Durant stuff, early season, KD's always, for a bit now, has sort of been like this. Like, it's not, KD's not like here late in games, like, get the fuck out the way and give me the ball. That's not really what, there's going to be games like this where it's like, why the hell did KD shoot 3 times in the fourth quarter and in both overtime periods, which is what happened. 3 times, 3 shots in the whole fourth quarter and both overtimes. 3. There are games like that where you're like, what? Why did he just do that? Yeah, the Hezzy pull up and one was sick. That he banked that in, so I'm not gonna be like, yep, expect that every time now. I'm telling you, the 3-point shot though is where I'm like, all right. All right. You know, like this one. Big man. Step into it. Trail 3. Love that. It's a great looking shot. Set those feet. Again, it looks good. It's like if sometimes guys make shots and you're like, all right, like Gabe Vincent against the Mavs in the preseason. The most fake fucking shooting performance we've ever seen. Whatever. But I like that also. I like that Şengün. Look, here's the reality. We're playing double bigs. We have Amin Thompson out there. And then we're going to sprinkle in lineups where it's like Tari Eason's out there too. Or Josh Okogie is out there as well. You're just not going to have shooting. You have to hit threes. Like, you're going to have to shoot. I like that. It feels like he recognized that. And he's like, all right, I got to get better as a three-point shooter then. Like, I have to. I have to be a good three-point shooter. This was that transition pull-up three I like. More of a trail. Step into it. I mean, that's a good looking shit. That's a really good looking shot though. And it looks really comfortable, man. It looks good. So I 5 of 8 every night? Obviously not. Mid 30s? Do you think we can get mid 30s on like 5 attempts a game from Şengün? Can we get there? I think so. I think that's achievable. And that would obviously be a massive leap from where he was a year ago, where he was, what, 20% from three? What was he last year? 23% from three. 27% career three-point shooter. Low to mid-30s? Yeah. I mean, that would be very nice. Don't make him dribble the ball up the court. And one thing I did like, so if I'm taking positives away from Amin Thompson fan club stand up, obviously. If I'm taking some positives away, hey, there was a stretch. All right, so here's one of the threes. I mean, just look. We got double bigs. We got Chet guarding Şengün. God, look how fucking big this team is. Holy shit. Look how big this team is. You got Şengün posted up Chet. You got KD 1 pass away. He's 7 feet tall. You got Jabari Smith Jr. on the other wing. He's 7 feet tall. You got Steven Adams in the dunker spot. He's 7 feet tall. Then you got Amin Thompson in the corner over here. What's he, 6'8"? But I mean, look, they're not even remotely concerned about Amin Thompson as a shooter, because Şengün can absolutely hit the skip pass. They're not even remotely concerned about it. You do notice, like, the concern is if this is going to be you, Amin Thompson can cut. So that's why you see Casey Wallace kind of, making sure his eyes are on him at all times. But I mean, that one didn't look half bad. It's just his shots are so flat. So flat. Ugh. And I said, if you're going to back iron a shot's one thing. I mean, more of a straight on three, or maybe from the wing. If you back iron a corner three, you're not close. Okay. You're not close if you're back ironing there. But he looked good inside the arc, though. I just want to see more of his threes. Most of them corner threes. And the shot clock there. That's never good. That's probably never going to be in his bag. All right, so we'll just whatever, toss that one away. But these ones right here. Oh, it's so flat. So flat. It's just concerning to me, man. It's just concerning to me. There's no toys around it. But I will say this, though. This was I found interesting. So straight out of a timeout, late in the fourth quarter, Rockets take a timeout. Their next 2 offensive possessions, Amin Thompson get the ball. Amin Thompson attack the rim. Spin move. He's just so athletic and quick, man. There's just nothing you can do to guard that. Boom. Again, Amin Thompson. Driving on Chet. That little shoulder bump. That's nice. I like that. That's good stuff. So it was a little encouraging. The 3-pointers, the 3-pointers are bad. Like right here. It's so flat. I mean, that's not close. He has great control and change of direction. Yeah, so I'm not overly concerned with the men. I mean, the 3-point shot's never going to get there. But there's enough encouraging stuff inside the arc that I'm like, okay, he can still punish the space given to him. Right? He can still punish that. So this was a fantastic game. I mean, both these teams look like legit contenders to me. Houston, less so, only because, and fuck, man, they stuck around. And Jabari Smith hit some really tough shots late in the game that kept them in it. You know, they didn't have a lot of opportunity. Jabari Smith, how many shots did he get total? 15. That's actually more than I even really would have guessed. But a lot of those were tough. They'll figure it out. I know they do need a lead guard, but it's hard to jump to a lot of conclusions and be like, oh, yeah, Reese Shepard's not going to work, or oh, Amen Thompson can't be like. They just played the best defense in the league. That not only is the best defense in the league, but is a suffocating, nightmarish perimeter defensive team. Even without J-Dub. Nightmarish perimeter defensive team that makes life living hell for any ball handler. So let's see how it plays out. But absolutely, I think, January, February, we'll get to okay, they absolutely desperately need another ball handler. Let's get a guy at the trade deadline. But they have you can just see the pieces are there. I'd be encouraged if I were the Rockets. You have a new team, and the Thunder needed Shea Magic to barely beat you. Yeah, and I mean on the flip side, like for the Thunder, obviously no J-Dub. You shot horrifically from 3. You'll shoot better from 3. 25% as a team. Like that's... They didn't... it's funny because they shot 52 threes last night, but they were a team last year that didn't shoot a lot of threes, but hit them consistently when they did shoot. Caruso had like 2 air balls. Like what was going on there? But Chet... This is why I picked them to win 70 games. I just feel like Chet's going to take another step forward offensively. He had 18 points in the first half on 7 of 9 shooting. And it wasn't just like dunks or open threes. There's some tough turnaround buckets, some good drives, some and one finishes. And then was getting fried by SGA. No, he wasn't. Not early on. Amin was honestly locking his ass up. I'll tell you who's getting fried. Reed Shepherd. I mean, that's the concern for Reed Shepherd. He looks so bad defensively. Like that's the Amin Thompson concern. Yeah, Chet hit a couple of big shots late in the game too. But if you get like a really good off-ball player, Chet, 7-footer with his level of defense, just knows where to be on the floor at all times. I worry Chet's going to get injured. I cringe whenever he falls. Yeah. Like this bucket right here. I mean, this is the bucket right here. Where you see anytime a 7-footer does some shit like this. Mobley, Chet, you see this and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. A little turnaround jumper over KD. Those are the shots where you're like, oh shit. Wait. Could he be the best player? Could he be the best player in the league? Oh man. But no, this kept him in the game, really. Like early on, Shea wasn't giving you much. The Rockets were in a zone for damn near the entire game, it felt like almost. He's no young Hansen? No, he's not. Yeah, look, Lou Dort, you guys can say whatever you want about him. Super physical, should be a football player. Does he get away with a bunch? Yeah, maybe. Like, that's a great shot right there. I love that. Honestly, this is one of the most aesthetically pleasing shots to me in all of basketball. I love the pump fake, one dribble step back, get your defender to fly by, one dribble step back threes. It's honestly one of my favorite shots. It just looks so clean. You get the defender to fly by. I like when guys just take the rhythm dribble, but I like the one dribble step back. 3 off of that. It's just so nice. So, if this is the Chet, if Chet does take a step offensively, just becomes a more consistent offensive player, and he's already a good offensive player, but I mean, especially in the playoffs, that's more important to me than anything I'll see in the regular season. I have to see it in the playoffs first, but I really don't know how this team gets beaten. I'm just being real with you. Don't know how this team gets beaten. It'd have to be like J-Dub doesn't. J-Dub just never has a healthy. J-Dub's just not healthy at any point this season. Would kind of be it. You think KD played well because I didn't? They brought him to score and he had 5 shots in the second half of the game. Well, part of that problem is, like I mentioned this, KD's not really the guy, or it's like just own the ball. Just own the ball and let him go. Like you have to set him up. You got to get him, you have to give him a post touch. You got to run him off of his screen. Like, yeah, you can have possessions where KD brings it up and is just making it happen all himself. But you know, you kind of got to set up KD a little bit. Right? Yeah, we've seen the KD initiating offense stuff before. It doesn't really work. Not to say like he can't do it at all, but I just feel like they didn't do a good job on that front. But also, again, like, dude, they're playing the Thunder, man. The Thunder are fucking nightmarish defensively. And Lu Dort, this is where I was going. Lu Dort, yeah, maybe he's an NFL player. Yeah, sure, maybe he is, right? Maybe he'd be better as an edge rusher for the Dallas Cowboys. Cool. Maybe. Dog, Lu Dort was hounding his ass all night long. I mean, just hounding his ass. I mean, hounding him. It was kind of fun to watch. It really was. I bet Katie wanted to punch him in the face by the end of it. Just like, dude, fuck you, man. Leave me alone. Yeah, Lu Dort specifically was fronting him, like no ball denying, all of it. Porzingis' illness was POTS reportedly. What is that? POTS disease. POTS, or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, is a chronic disorder of the autonomic nervous system that causes symptoms like elevated heart rate, dizziness, and fatigue upon standing up. Huh. Interesting. Oh, my resting heart rate feels really good right now. I mean, we're probably at 5 beats per minute. I'm just locked in. Have you ever seen the inside of a Turkish prison? No. No, I haven't. Isaiah Hartenstein did last night, though. I'm just kidding, not really. I wanted to parlay that into a Şengün had somebody in prison last night, but yeah, that one was close, guys. Right, that went down as a win for me. I hope Sabonis and Şengün are no longer mentioned in the same breath. Yeah, I used to do the guy. Şengün is not a Jokic clone; he's closer to Sabonis clone. I'm sorry, Şengün. I really am. I apologize. He's definitely closer to a Jokic type player, although Jokic is still one of one, but just much more dynamic than Sabonis is. Are you excited for NBA matchup intros? Not the song, the stuff Bob Costas did. So I didn't get a chance on the playback one. I didn't really get a chance to see that stuff, but what I really love from NBC, and I talked about this on my Clips Rambling video that'll go up here in a bit. I loved how they just lingered. I love how we didn't go to like a commercial right before tip-off, or we didn't do the pregame show for an hour that led us directly into tip-off, and we just go to the stadium and tip-off's happening. I like that we lingered. I like that we just kind of lingered. 11C with the 199. Can we slander the Lakers now, please? Oh yeah, we can for sure. Let me pull up the NBC intro. Let me pull up the NBC NBA intro. Let's see if we have that last night. Return of Hardball Rock. Is this it? It's 3 minutes long. This better not fuck me. NBC is not. It took me 4 different uploads. No, this was just their.
Those championship rings, the shimmering, the season underway.
Oh, by the way, Mike Tirico, I don't know if it's just because we've had him on Sunday Night Football, and Sunday Night Football is always kind of grandiose and big. But like, I don't know if it's because of that. But hearing Mike Tirico's voice kind of lead us in, it just makes it feel bigger. It really does. It makes it feel more like I'm experiencing a moment rather than it's like I'm watching a basketball game. Why does Reggie Miller keep getting work? I guess one of my most unpopular NBA opinions is I really don't think Reggie Miller's that bad. To be honest with you. I think Şengün is better than Jokic. Oh, NBA is back, folks. NBA is back. All right, let's get to the slander fest, shall we? Lakers lose to the Warriors the second game of the night. Really wasn't a bad game. It was kind of crazy going from the intensity, the defensive tenacity, the high level of execution we saw in the Rockets Thunder game to this Warriors Lakers game, it was a complete and total tier. Like my one of my main takeaways from last night is like the Thunder and Rockets to me just look like a much better team than either of these two. And Warriors fans might hear that and get a little upset. I have been low on the Warriors. My stance on the Warriors is like they're just so old. I don't know if I trust them much over the course of an 82-game season. Is really it. But if this is, if they're healthy and this group, like Jimmy was fucking awesome last night. Like Jimmy was incredible. That's why you go out and you get Jimmy. How consistently will you get a Jimmy Butler like this? We know how on and off he is in the regular season. You get him for the playoffs. Like Jimmy was their everything last night. I mean, it's not a coincidence they were plus 20 when he was on the floor. The Lakers trimmed the lead down. At the time, everyone in the chat was correctly calling it a fake comeback. And I was like, I don't know, guys. They got it down to 6 with 3 minutes left. Jimmy Butler comes in. Game's over. Game's over. Jimmy just takes over. You got out and get Jimmy so he could post up Gabe Vincent over and over, game changing. Yeah, I mean that's exactly it. Where it's like the Warrior system is cool and all, but there are just moments in a game where it's just like, all right, we just need someone to go get us a bucket. All right. Yeah, what's that? The Lakers are putting Gabe Vincent on Jimmy Butler again. All right, yeah, let me just post this little ass guy up and dominate him. Lakers on pace to go 0-82 this season. Yeah. Yeah, true. Draymond hitting a corner three. You got early season Buddy Hield, 5 of 10 from 3. That really doesn't even feel accurate. Like you could have told me 30 of 30 from 3 just because some of the shots he was hitting, especially late in the game, were just shotgun blasts to the chest cavity. What do you think the Lakers' biggest problem was in this game? Where do we even start? No, the Lakers' biggest problem was, I mean, they got nothing offensively from their role guys at all. So, I mean, that was it. I think over the course of the season, their defense is going to be their biggest problem. I did think that their offense, I said this, they could have the best offense in the league. Luka was awesome last night. You'll get better performances from your role guys, right? Like, let's just start there. The role guys were terrible. Yeah, they turned the ball over like crazy. 19 turnovers, but they had like 14 or something like that in the first half. So they did better in the second half, but still, that kind of got them behind the 8 ball a little bit. But, Rui 6 points or 6 shots. That's not acceptable. Okay. Ayton was fucking dreadful. I mean, I don't know. Like, what Ayton, like, that's DeAndre Ayton. Everyone tried to tell you guys. He'll have better games than this, obviously. It is a different thing. His pick and roll game is different than the just plug and play and forget about it pick and roll of Daniel Gafford, of Derek Lively, of fucking Jackson Hayes, of Dwight Powell. Like these guys were just, hey, set a hard screen for Luka and just roll to the rim hard. Not only is that going to give an opportunity for yourself, but that's going to create the vertical spacing for Luka to get downhill. That's going to collapse in a defense. Somebody's got to come tag you. That allows Luka to hit these skip passes. Ayton just kind of loiters and lingers, then catches the ball 8-9 feet away from the basket. And then the question is, like, will he hit this jump hook or not? Like, will he hit this jump hook over this smaller defender? That's it. You see Austin Reeves and Ayton already throwing shots at each other in post-game interviews? Oh, yeah. David McMenamin, who, by the way, predicted the Mavericks to win the finals this year. DeAndre Ayton admitted that he might be a confusing pick-and-roll target after Austin Reeves blamed some of his 5 turnovers for making the wrong pass at the wrong time in the two-man game with the new Lakers center.
I'm so used to, the league having that low man on me, Today, I was realizing, like, I'm probably a confusing big, whether I can roll in, stand in the pocket, it's probably a little difficult for them sometimes. I'm so used to, the league having that low man on me, sometimes I can't even finish a roll and, a tiny bit linger around the free throw area just to be available for him. And, there's times where I can finish my roll and, it's just, you got to play some more and, play against some more great teams like how we did tonight to really see what's the common coverage of these teams, really trying to put us on their personnel, what they got.
You don't want to jump to too many. You don't want to jump to too many conclusions at night one. And the Warriors are going to be a good team. Like, we know this. I do kind of want to read some of the replies to this. How about say we're still learning? We'll be better next game. Not sure about this guy mentally. I mean, that wasn't a horrible answer. It wasn't like that was a god awful answer, right? But again, I actually kind of agree with this, dude. This is what I was fucking just trying so hard to explain to people, and then they would scream at me. Like, Ayton, exactly what he said. He loiters around the free throw line after setting a screen. He's not sprinting to the rim. He's not rolling hard as fuck to the rim. He's loitering around the free throw line, and he wants the ball there, and then he wants to shoot a free throw line jumper, or he wants to post up and do a jump hook. That's what he does. And he's pretty efficient at it. But it's a completely different thing. So we'll see, and it'll look better over time. It just will. And look, the Mavs, Jesus Christ, I'm going to do that a bunch, I promise. And the reason why I do that, obviously, Luka's on the Lakers, but my God, this is such an early 2020s Mavs team right here. I mean, it is. This is such an early 2020s Mavs team. We're trying to plug and play and just find anything at the center position next to Luka, talk ourselves into guys who just aren't winning basketball players. Okay. And then we just have a bunch of one-dimensional players, and we're just constantly having to, over the course of the game, figure out the flow of the game. It's like, okay, now's the time where we need to put our offensive guys out there just for a little bit. Oh, fuck. The offensive guys are missing threes tonight. Oh, now we're down by 12. Shit. All right, well, we got to put our defensive guys out there now to try and get us back in the game and get some stops. What's that? Jared Vanderbilt just airballed the corner 3 by 12 feet. Fuck. All right. Well, Luka, you have to score 50 points. Like, that's basically it. We are in an early 2020s Mavs team here. We are in an early, and then even then, to expand on this, Luka having to play 41 minutes with the ball in his hand every single time, taking an absolute beating, 41 minutes. In a game where they lose by 10 and never really had a chance to win it. But you got to play them pretty much the entire second half to even remotely have a chance to win. So, yeah. Not great. Reeves had 26 and 9. There was so much fourth quarter garbage time shenanigans from Reeves. I think Luka has a good chance of breaking Kobe's 10 50-point games in a season record this year with this roster. I mean, Luka could average 36 a game this year. No, DQ, the reason why you're surprised by Austin Reeves' stat line is because he did not look good. Yeah, like Reeves did not have a very good game. Luka might break down with the usage only problem. No, yeah, this is horrible. This is fucking horrible. Like I'm so last night to me, as somebody who is a Lakers pessimist entering the season, just kind of was like, yep. And I said this verbatim in my Clips video that's coming out soon, so I'll just say it right now. Marcus Smart looked good last night. He looked annoying as shit, but he looked good. He was making an impact. He's going to be very important for them this year. Very, very important. Guess what? That's a terrible thing. Okay? I'm sorry to say it. If like a big portion of your season is kind of dependent on like, well, Marcus Smart, guess what? You're fucked. You're fucked. But the Lakers fall head over ass into stuff, so next season the roster will be perfect. Oh, yeah. I mean, this team this is a bridge team. I mean, just look at them. Look at the team. Listen to what the front office is telling us one thing. No, we want to, look at the team. This is a bridge team. Luka's our guy moving forward. We're going to build a team around Luka. Like, we're not wasting assets. We're not spending a lot of money this year. We're not giving guys long contracts. We're not trading for guys under long contracts. Like, let's bring in Ayton. Let's see what fucking Laravia has. Like, let's try out Marcus Smart for a year. Like, this is what they're doing. If this team was like truthfully like, no, like we got him do right by LeBron and we're fucking going for it, they would have traded Kleba and Vincent and whatever and picks to get Wiggins or somebody else. Lakers fans were saying Ayton is the best center Luka has played with and way better than Gafford and Lively, by the way. Well, nobody who's ever watched basketball at all would tell you that. Nobody. Like maybe there's like, hey, Ayton is like a different center than ones Luka's played with, and that's true. He's probably a better matchup. Takes advantage of matchups better than any center Luka's played with because KP's post game was just not good at all with the Mavs. But and Christian Wood sucks. But anyone who thinks DeAndre Ayton is a better center than Derek Lively is out of their minds. All right, out of their minds. Just watch the games. Just watch what teams are telling you. Why did the Phoenix Suns, when this guy was 23, 24 years old, the Phoenix Suns, who were fucking so committed to winning a championship, more all in than any team we've seen in recent memory, going all in to win a championships, they basically dumped the dude. 23 years old, under contract for years. Basically dumped his ass for Nurkic. They had to save money. They could have done it other ways. They were like, fuck it. We want out of Ayton. Fuck him. The Portland Trailblazers said, you know what? We'll pay you $20-something million to not be here. I like, don't listen to what I'm saying or anyone else. Just listen to what the NBA teams are saying. They've told us it. Ayton averages a double-double. That was their statement, just box score watchers. I know. Trust me, I know. There was no arguing against them. There just wasn't. It's like, dude, have you watched Ayton play? Have you watched any Trailblazers games? Did you watch any Trailblazers games last year? They looked like a completely different team when Donovan Clingan was on the floor. And I mean that in a positive way for Clingan. Like, they look like a much more competent basketball team. When Donovan Clingan was last year a rookie. Was Kling Kong a rookie last year? He was, wasn't he? Yeah, I thought last night Hayes looked better for sure. But Ayton will look better though, and Ayton will have games that are good. Like, don't get me wrong, Ayton will have games where every now and then people will be like, "What'd you guys say about Ayton?" And I'll be like, "Just wait for the next 3 games to be over until Ayton has another good game again, and then you'll come out the woodwork." That's just probably what's going to happen. Kling Kong, baby. But anyways, like I'm more I already knew this Ayton stuff would be here this year. Like I'm not like that surprised, nor really that concerned about it because it's a better center rotation than they had a year ago. I mean, that much is certain and true, and it'll look better. It will look better. And they were without LeBron last night too. LeBron maybe is coming back. I mean, there are Laker conspiracists out there who think LeBron is not playing another game for the team. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if that's true. I don't know how much you want to read into some of this shit, but like, the body language on the bench was interesting. The body language on the bench was very straight. I mean, was it not? Am I wrong? That's how LeBron fans were like, oh, he celebrates with the team and he's an attention whore and he does nothing. And it's like, all right, bro, but last night was weird. How'd you feel about Marcus Smart? No, I thought Marcus Smart actually looked pretty good. But I said this. I said, if Marcus Smart is one of the most important players on your team, you're in some deep, deep shit. You're in some deep, deep shit. Okay? Yeah, Vando. I mean, it's what I was saying. You have so many one-dimensional guys. We have to have defense. Okay, we have to have Jared Vanderbilt out there. He just airballed the corner three. Jake LaRavia, we kind of want like the offensive stuff that Jake LaRavia can provide. He's just not, like LaRavia is just a fucking nothing guy. Like he's a jag. I'm sorry to say it. LaRavia is just a jag. He's a jag. Vando is the LeBron James of Omax's. Omax is a better offensive player than Vando. I mean, full stop. You think the Lakers miss Dorian Finney-Smith? Yeah, I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith would help out. I mean, I actually... So losing Dorian Finney-Smith for nothing sucks. And I get like them letting him walk opened up the possibility of them getting LaRavia and Nate. Like I get all of that, but like letting like him leaving for nothing hurts. But I do kind of understand. And again, that's why I say like, look at what this team's telling you. This is a gap year, 100%. This is a bridge year for them. But like not signing Dodo to like an extended contract is it does make some sense to me. I'm not a body language doctor by profession, and this is just one man's observation. LeBron was disconnected all night, not interacting with the team, coaches, or what was taking place on the court all game. Don't kill the messenger, just reporting what I saw. That's what Kyle was saying. He does something. He's attention seeking. He does nothing. Diva, disconnected. All right, bro. But did you see it? Did you see his ass on the court? Some of y'all are going to soon realize how badly he took LeBron for granted. I agree with you, Lakers Daily. I fucking agree so much with this tweet. The amount of people I'm like, oh yeah, just get rid of LeBron. Just get rid of him. I'm like, are you guys serious? And yeah, it's just like LeBron leaves next season. We get cap space. It's like, okay, you better find someone because yes, LeBron is still a top 15 player in the league. So, yeah, like you're going to have to replace that guy because Luka and Reeves is not good enough to be a legitimate championship contender. I don't understand LeBron hating Lakers fans either. It's like the same thing with these. I do see some of them linger. I guess it's more just people annoyed, but like LeBron hating Heat fans. It's like, what is your deal? I don't understand it. What's your problem? He won you a fucking ring. Let's have some respect. Welcome to X. The hell? There are Heat fans who hate LeBron. There's some. There's not a lot. I would say there's definitely more Lakers hating LeBron fans. So you watching it. Welcome to Derry. What's that? LeBron annoyed Lakers fans think Luka will accomplish more than him. Not with this team, man. Not with this team. What was I about to look up? I was about to look up something. Fuck. Oh, NBA Central. Let's look at some NBA Central posts. This is the NBA Central portion of the broadcast brought to you by... All right, here we go. The vibes surrounding LeBron's situation with the Lakers have not been the best, per Jovan Buha. How do I pronounce that right? I see this guy a lot. Jovan? The vibes with that situation have not been the best, I'll say. So again, I don't really want to go too much down that road, but yeah, I mean, I thought there were times just looking at the huddle or looking at the bench that he wasn't as engaged as he typically is when he's out. Now he does have sciatica, so maybe he's in some pain. Jovan. Okay, Jovan. I'll tell you this. All right. Now, I get DMs all the time from people. Hey, I heard this. Hey, I heard this. Hey, I heard this. Hey, I heard this. I got a DM in the summer. Somebody goes, hey, Kyrie's signing an extension right now. And I was like, I literally got the notification an hour later that he signed the extension. So I was like, oh shit. This little birdie obviously knows something. That little birdie also told me, like, yo, LeBron straight up wants out of LA. Like, don't know if it'll happen or not, but like wants out of LA. So I just, the whole summer's been weird with LeBron. Going back to like the fucking statement he released was weird, bro. The statement that he released was one of the strangest things. You want LeBron and the Mavs on a buyout? Absolutely. Maybe it's me. He released a statement thanking Lakers fandom in LA. Like, that's weird. Yeah, the smoke has been there all offseason. And it extended beyond the classic LeBron being a diva and LeBron kind of being, not a diva, diva's the wrong word, but LeBron being a little, melodramatic, like, oh, you guys better like do this, or, hey, you never know, I might leave. It went beyond that. I'm sorry, it did. Oh, Jane Hardy thinks this year, oh no, they're going to kill my boy. Oh God. Jane Hardy thinks this year's Mavericks team is better than last year's. Now, what does he mean by that? What does he mean by that? I mean, they're showing the Luka picture, but he might not mean that, bro. He might mean after the trade. He might just mean in general. Lakers fans want LeBron gone because they think Giannis or Jokic is going to take his place. And you know what? They might be right, dude. I don't know. Like that could be true. They could be right. He probably means post-trade, guys. I repeat myself. How does he get out? Who comes to get him? Who does he make better given assets you'd pay? Ain't nobody. Well, I guess maybe the logic is like by the trade deadline, maybe there's a team that's like, fuck it, dude. Let's just go get Bron. Like, hey, maybe the Mavericks are like, dude, our front court logjam is so bad. Like, let's just do the LeBron trade. Would not like it. Let me be very clear. Would not like it. Don't even know how that would happen, really. But guys, I'm telling you, I 100% see... I 100% see a scenario, and this isn't even that crazy to even think about. See a scenario where like LeBron is like, I want out, buy me out. I'm going to make a scene. So that could happen, man. LeBron holds tremendous power in the league with Clutch Sports. He's never done that. He could, though. He's 41. Like, if this is the end and he's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I need to go somewhere else. Fred VanVleet, Steven Adams, and Dorian Finney-Smith for LeBron and 2 firsts. Who says no? LeBron and 2 firsts? Oh, the Lakers, right? You think LeBron would take a buyout, though? He's never been that type of guy. I mean, he's never been 41 years old. Oh, look at this. Defined by any means necessary in sports. Look at that picture. 2012, Game 7. Or Game 6, Eastern Conference Finals. Yep. Check the wallpaper on the phone. This has been my wallpaper for probably 10 plus years. You guys almost saw that text, huh? Your provider has sent you an assessment to track your recovery process. Oscar Wembanyama? Are we being serious? Is he supposed to be good? Bobby Porter says Milwaukee has the best bench in the NBA. Oh, God. I think they have the best bench in the NBA. Cole Anthony and Ryan Rollins in the backcourt, then Taurean Prince at the 3, and me and Kuz at the 4-5. Guys, it's only delusional until it works. Brandon Podziemski says his goal is to be better than Steph Curry. What is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with this guy? I want to be better than him. I think that's a tall task, but I want to maximize my talent in the league and get as much out of it as I can. It comes a point where it's like, all right, dude, I get it. Like, okay, yeah, being this delusional as an athlete is almost a prerequisite. But like, can we shut him up? Can we stop the whole like, yeah, we're going to pass the torch to Podziemski? Like, can we stop? Please. Brandon Ingram sends a message. When I'm right, there's no one in the league that can stop me. I'm kind of excited to watch the Raptors in a weird way. They play tonight, right? I'm kind of excited to see what they look like. Ooh, Toronto and Atlanta. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. But what games are we going to watch? Cavs Knicks is fantastic. I don't want to be one of these league pass nerds. Like, let's just be real. We're going to watch Cavs Knicks. Heat Magic. I mean, I'm excited to see the Magic. Not really the Heat, especially with no Tyler Hero right now. Like, Nets, Hornets. How are the Hornets? I mean, 4.5 point favorites. Raptors, Hawks, I'm excited. I'm excited to see. But I'm excited to see my Atlanta Hawks, but I'm excited to see what the Raptors look like. Sixers, Celtics, Embiid playing. Right, Embiid's playing, correct? How the fuck are the Celtics 4.5 point favorites? That makes no sense. If Embiid's playing and like somewhat healthy, I just think this Sixers team is flat out better. Cat is doubtful. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Pistons, Bulls. Excited to see our guy Cade. 1 year fresh off the breakout. What's next? Pelicans, Grizzlies is kind of fun. Like, that's kind of a fun one. I can see the Wizards beating the Bucks and then things getting really weird, really fucking fast. Well, I say that this Grizzlies game could be fun. Zach with the $5. I'm from the future and LeBron goes to Milwaukee and Mavericks will win the championship this year. If you guys watched the stream last night or the stream highlights, you'll notice right when I heard the NBC song, my immediate, and I'm not lying, this was the first thing that popped in my mind. I just kind of feel like the Mavericks are going to win this year. I just heard the da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I was like, damn, are the Mavericks going to be really good? We're locked in, baby. We're here. So I got to ask, the Pelicans feel like pretty good value here. Like, how often are you going to get a healthy Zion? How often are you going to get some of these healthy players? Cat is doubtful to play tonight. Scottie Pippen Jr. will be out for a few months. Ty Jerome's out for a while. John Morant's out. Oh, no, John Morant is playing tonight. John Morant is playing tonight. So we get Ja Zion. I mean, how often have those two matched up against each other? Isn't there some crazy stat about that? Am I misremembering that there was some crazy stat about Ja and Zion like almost never playing against each other when those two teams play? Wizards, Bucks. I'd say Milwaukee is on kind of high alert for guys. Did you see last night the Bucks lost and Giannis threw a water bottle and it bounced up and hit Kyle Kuzma in the eyeball? They're kind of they're kind of on that tier. Not this early in the season, but there could be a couple stretches in the year where it's like, dude, did you see how Giannis reacted after that Kevin Porter Jr. clank three? Like, he wants out. Clippers, Jazz. I mean, Ace Bailey debut. I'm assuming he's playing. The knee thing was just precautionary, correct? How'd you feel about the Mavs team if instead of AD it was Luka and we still have Coop? Yeah, I'd feel pretty fucking good. I mean, I'd be pretty excited. Quad strain for Cat. Yeesh. Oh, we didn't. Okay, so we talked the whole Lakers game, but we didn't really talk about Luka. And I promise you, if you guys are like upset about that, the reason why I did that is I spent just before we started the stream, I recorded a video that I'll post after the stream on the Clips channel, and I spent a lot of time talking about Luka. I thought Luka looked awesome last night. Like, he looked incredible. Looked absolutely incredible. I mean, 15 of 17 on twos. 15 of 17. That right there, 2 of 10 from three, man, fuck that. Right? The three ball, like, I'm not concerned about that. Getting to the rim consistently, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. I don't give a fuck about 2 of 10 I really don't. I don't care at all. Getting to the rim. The times where I would care about the jump shot not falling were times like last year, early in the season and stuff, where it was like, man, he's just not getting to the rim. Like, we're just settling for all of these jumpers, and they're not going in. Like, he got to the rim whenever he wanted. I thought Luka's defensive effort was better, for sure. For sure. I mean, he had a couple plays that got tweeted out, like the Jimmy blowing past him. But the blow-bys and stuff are one thing. It's the locked-in levels, and I thought he was pretty good last night. He's probably their second best defensive player. Second or third best. Again, good for Luka on that front, but that's not a good thing. All right? Like, let's just be clear. That's not a fucking good thing. Kings Suns tonight, and Timberwolves Trailblazers could be kind of fun. Timberwolves Trailblazers has some kind of insane game potential, I think. I'm high on the Blazers in the sense that I think they'll be a nightmare team to play, and will be they'll be one of these teams. You guys know these teams where you play them, your favorite team plays them and beats them, but afterwards you're like, oh, like those classic Reddit comments, like, whoa, hey, Timberwolves fan here, just checking in. You guys are spooky. You guys are scary. Like, it'll be one of those teams. Or it's like, oh man, that team was, yeah, we won, but holy fuck, that was not very fun. Magic Heat, not going to be good. No. I'm excited to see Orlando though. I come in peace. A Reddit ass comment. Never tell me you're coming in peace, ever. I never want to hear that you're coming in peace. Hey, man, coming in peace. Fuck you. How do you guys feel about this outro when somebody says something to you? Stay safe. How do you guys feel about that? When you're saying bye to someone, they're like, all right, stay safe. Like a threat. It really kind of, you want to know where my mind originally goes? And this might sound fucked up, but just follow me and follow my line of thinking here. To me, I immediately either think that person is either an ex-drug dealer or an ex-addict. Like, that's kind of it. That's like the greetings you would say to like your dealer. Like, that's something your dealer would say to you. Like, all right, stay safe, bro. Like, I don't, if I'm walking out the gym at LA Fitness and like the desk guy's like, hey, stay safe. I'll be like, huh? Why? Like, why is that? What do you mean by that? Why did you think of that? Because that feels like the interaction you would have with that person, right? Hypothetically, of course. Be safe or drive safe. Drive safe is completely different. If I know you're going on a trip or something, drive safe. Like, yeah, I'll say that. If I'm just like saying bye to you and it's a normal, and hey, stay safe. Thoughts on telling someone to have a safe flight? I mean, that safe travels. You know, have a good trip. That's all fair. That's true. There are some crazy people out there. You're not wrong. I don't say drive safe or have a safe flight because it's bad karma. I tell friends don't die as a joke goodbye. Is it okay to tell an NBA player to break a leg? No, that's not okay. Drunk driving ass comment. Drive safe. That's a self-report. What do you think the longest losing streak to start the season? To start the season? I mean, what? I'd just guess off the top of my head, like 17. Was there an 0-17 start? Thoughts on Bob the Builder passing in Atlanta? Bob the Builder passed away today? Fuck, man. Great times, man. Just when you work that hard, it just takes such a toll on your body. Fucked up year. Absolutely. Yeah. Guys are dying that have never died before. That's 100% real. Can someone? You're going to ask the question, what's the longest losing streak to start the season? And nobody answered it. Can you answer? Do you have the answer or are you just asking me? I don't know. I'm not a trivia guy. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes the Nerd Sesh clips will hit the timeline of the trivia and I think to myself, there has to be some cheating. How do you know the 10... How do you know the 10 guys off the top of your dome out of nowhere that have scored the most points off the bench in a game? Bias, what are your thoughts on Stuart Little old tweets? Different time entirely. And we have to understand Stuart Little is an animal, right? It's a completely different culture. What's acceptable in Stuart Little's, you know, he's a fucking mouse, right? So, like, what's acceptable for mice to say is just a little bit different. They just operate differently. So I'm just, right. A long time ago. Oh, I meant like this season all the time. Oh, I thought you were asking what the longest losing streak to start a season was. I was like, I don't know, 17 games maybe? That sounds right off the top of my head, something like that. Well, that's what the $5. It's game day so hype. Will you play the Gatorade commercial before tonight's game? Also, if you're a kid, how are you hyping the team up? I don't think this team needs any hype. Like, I think the hype has just kind of built in a little bit. But yeah, we'll watch the Gatorade commercial. The Gatorade commercial was lit. Process Sixers open up to 0-18. Who do I think has the longest losing streak to start the season? I mean, let's look at the fucking dregs. Well, Nets, Hornets are playing each other night one, so that takes either of them out of the equation. Let's see. Wizards start with the Bucks on the road. That's a toughie. What's their opening schedule look like? The Lakers. That would be actually hilarious. Milwaukee, Dallas, Charlotte, Philly, OKC, Orlando, New York, Boston, Cleveland, Dallas, Detroit. Oh, man. That's a pretty toughie. That's a pretty tough one. Let's see what Brooklyn's is, because they start tonight against Charlotte. Like, let's just say if they lose that one, which they probably will. Cleveland, San Antonio, Houston, Atlanta, Philly, Minnesota, Indiana, Detroit, New York, Toronto, Orlando. So, could you review my money line parlay? I think I cooked. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Inspector Gadget retired today? Dude, what is going on today, man? Good Lord. Crazy day. Hornets, Hawks, Clips, Bucks, Pistons. Well, I mean, putting the Hornets, you're asking for fucking trouble there. You're asking for trouble. Hawks, Raptors could be interesting. Clips, you would think would be okay. Although Jazz early season are usually pretty decent, right? Bucks, I'm putting Bucks on. I'm just closing my eyes and imagining tomorrow what we're talking about. Like, oh man, Bucks lost night one. Like, I could see that. Pistons feel Bulls in Chicago. I could see either of those going anyway, really. All right, folks. If you're listening to this on Spotify, leave a 5-star review. I love you. We will be live tonight, both here and on playback.tv/slightly biased. I'll probably go live around 8. Mavs game starts at 8:30. Typically, if I go live, obviously, the Mavs play. I'm watching the Mavs. So, hopefully these websites are loading faster. Short ass stream. Well, I streamed for 5-6 hours last night. I'll stream for hours again tonight. Like, I think you guys will be okay. Like 7:30 tomorrow or Friday night. Mavs play Wizards. Be live then. But typically, I think, what the hell, a 5:30 start time? That's interesting. I think moving forward, if we go live on a night the Mavs don't play, I'll probably go live around 8 o'clock. That gives us I'll be on Locked On tonight. That gives us time to watch some of the early games and then watch some of the late games as well. I think I'm going to the Stars game on Saturday night. That's the first Stars game I've been to. And it's funny because now they're shit. They've lost, 3 in a row? That'll be the first Stars game I've been to in... God, I honestly do not even know how long. I really do not know the last time I watched the Stars game in person. Last Cowboys game I went to Cowboys-Eagles Monday Night Football 2022. That sounds right. 2022 or 2023. No, Jalen Hurts played and was fucking dreadful. The Cowboys won by like 40 points. It might have been rookie Jalen Hurts. That was 2023? Really? No. 2021? No, it can't be that long ago. It was 2022, I think. If it's 2021, that's sickening to me. It does not feel like that was that long ago. That was 4 going on 5 years. I don't know. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm so certain it was 2022. 2022. Philadelphia. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was 2021. What? No. Oh my God, it was. Holy shit. Yeah, that doesn't even process for me. But then I'm looking at the game and I'm like, Dalton Schultz, 2 touchdowns. I'm like, you know what? I don't remember a single fucking thing from the game. I just know the Cowboys won by like 40 points. I was wearing Triple X Cowboys jerseys, but that was kind of, jerseys being big and baggy. All I remember is Jalen Hurts had a shitty ass game, and we were going crazy. Also, I'll just openly say it. I don't care. This was so long ago at this point, 4 years ago. Fuck it. This was at an interesting time for me, time period in my life. Me and a few of my more rowdy friends, we had a little fun before the game. Were you baked? Something like that. Something like that. We thought it would be risky, but maybe potentially fun to No, it wasn't snowing. It wasn't snowing. No. To, do a little psychedelics before. Just thought I'd be a little, kind of a little crazy with the stadium, and it was pretty insane. A little black tar heroin before the game. Way too many people. No, we didn't do that much, but it was pretty fun though. Can you tell the kid about the story about seeing the kid in the Packers jersey? Oh, after the 2024 or 2014 Cowboys lost to the Packers in the divisional round. I've already said one of the top 3 most heartbreaking sports defeats, single game sports defeats I've ever seen. Was watching it at a friend's house. Stormed out. I mean, this was peak Cowboys fandom for me, right? So think about how invested I am in the Mavs and stuff. And I was younger, I've chilled out significantly, but I used to get fucking pissed off at Cowboys games, man. I was a teen. And hey, 2014 was 2014. I was a teenager. So anyways, was leaving my friend's house, driving home. There was a Packers. Fuck. And by the way, I don't even regret this. I don't regret it one bit. It's the real world. Driving home, I see like a dad walking in a Packers jersey. I'm just like, fuck this guy, man. I look in the field, just see a little kid running around with the Packers jersey on. Roll down my window. Fuck you! Couldn't care less. Drove on. And guess what? To this day, I still don't care. To this day, that's something you know what? I did some things I'm ashamed of back in the day. I'm not ashamed of that at all. You're going to run around in my city like that? No. You think you can just run around? Can you imagine like 15 years from now running for political office? Yes, it is true. I told an 8-year-old child running in a field, fuck you, because he was wearing a Packers jersey. It is true. I did that. It is true. I did that. And quite honestly, I don't regret it. I would do it again. Sir, did you just say you would do it again? Yeah, I said it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Kid grew up to be Cooper Flagg. There you go. It's Cooper Flagg being 18 is just... It's weird even. Honestly, it's like Luka, I'm older than Luka, but like I still like Luka and I are close enough in age that it's just like whatever. I feel like I'm talking to a contemporary. Like talking about Coop is I'm like kind of figuring out how I want to do it. Cause like at a certain point, you could be Cooper's dad. No, I could not be Cooper's dad. I mean, I guess like biologically speaking, I could be, but like that would be like, probably make a national news story or something. You got to use Gen Z slang. Cooper Frill, demon on God. No, that's not Gen Z slang. No, dude, Cooper Flagg's not Gen Z. He's Gen Alpha. Isn't he Isn't he Generation Alpha? Aren't we already on that point? Gen A? Or is he technically still a Zoomer? He's an Alpha? Gen Alpha. I don't even like, I have family members who are Zoomers that I've talked to all the time. So like I can kind of resonate with the Zoomers, right? I can kind of resonate with the Zoomers. And in fact, I actually like technically I think I'm a Zoomer. If you look at like the oldest you could be a Zoomer, technically, if you look at like the generations, what the years are. Gen Alpha starts 2010. Okay. I was about to say, I think. Well, when does Gen Z start? You're millennial coded? No, I know. Don't worry, I know. I'm not trying to pretend to be something I'm not. 1996. Oh, never mind. I am a millennial. Millennial cuts off at 1994. Okay, so then I'm a Zoomer. I mean, what is it? Okay. The Silent Generation, 1928 through 1945. Just really kind of fucking rocked our world in a lot of ways. Everyone born in that time period. Baby boomers also currently rocking our world. Generation X, millennials, Gen Y. Okay, so according to this, I'm a millennial. Okay, yeah, Coop's a Zoomer. Coop's a Zoomer. Yeah, I'm a roamer. Millennials. Okay, 1981 to 1996 being considered one generation. No, that can't be right. They're like, what does somebody born in 1995 share in common with somebody born in 1981? Nothing. Like that, those aren't even comparable people. How can you be considered like you were 15 years old when I was born? How are we similar at all? Also, like, well, yeah, 89 to 88. Like, if you were kind of, I think millennials should cut off at, hey, do you kind of remember a time where there wasn't like social media and you weren't online all the time? Because I do remember those. I remember, like, I fucking remember AIM, you know? Like, I remember when Facebook became a thing and everyone was getting on Facebook. And I remember when Twitter became a thing and everybody was getting on Twitter. Like, everyone is making a Twitter for the first time. I remember that too. I was born in 99. There's no way. There's no way that's true. Well, Insta and Snapchat came out in like the early 2010s. First social media was MySpace. I remember when MySpace became a thing. Absolutely. I do remember the towers. I mean, I don't remember the Twin Towers, but I remember them going down. I don't know why that sounded so insane, but I remember it. That actually, you know what? That's it. That's actually it. That's actually the one. Do you actually have like a concrete memory of 9/11? If the answer to that question is yes, you're a millennial or older. If the answer to that question is no, dude, it's so funny when people are like, no, like, I have a family member who she's 24. What would that mean? Yeah, 24. So she was born in I think late 2000, early 2001. She swears that she remembers 9/11. It's like, dude, it's actually impossible. Like, I don't think you understand. She's like, no, I swear I remember it. It's like, dude, I don't think you understand. It's quite literally impossible for you to understand, to remember it. There's a funny meme video about millennials talking about 9/11. It's really funny. I think that's a good cutoff. Yeah, you're right. It should be cultural moments. It should, like COVID babies. That should be its own generation. Like, anyone who is kind of in school or whatever the case may be at the peak of COVID, that should be its own generation. Like, those people had a different life experience than anyone else that was born 10 years later than them or 10 years before them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I didn't get a prom in high school because of COVID. Like, oh, great. I was 24 at the time. Guess what? You guys don't share shit. Besides experiencing COVID. If you have a working memory of the Cowboys being good, you're not a millennial. Well, I don't have a working memory of that. So that kind of spits in that theory. I was born inside the towers on that fateful day and I remember everything. Can we talk about, like, is it a little weird? And we're just off the fucking rails here. I actually have stuff to do, so I need to leave. But, like, and you know what? I actually don't even want to talk about this. This could be misinterpreted big time. As a 99, I remember Katrina. Well, you would have been, what, 4 years old when Katrina happened? Like, that makes some sense. Especially if it had, like, somewhat of an impact on your life. That makes sense. 2005? Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense then. 6 years old? Well, where I was going was, like, it's weird how we talk about 9/11 now. I mean, it's like, how many 9/11 conversations would you say are serious? How many? And how many of them are, like, kind of poking fun at or, like, talking about it in like a kind of joking manner? They made us sit through 9/11 videos throughout elementary school when I was born in 2000. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, JFK jokes. Like, that was 60. That was like 40 years before anybody was even born. Like, JFK jokes have been on the table for quite some time. I mean, I don't have like any like real concrete 9/11 memories. This is just such a funny ass conversation. I don't really have too much concrete 9/11 memories, but I do remember like being in school, them going on the loudspeaker and announcing it, the teachers freaking the fuck out. They didn't send us home early, I don't think, but then going home and the news being on and my mom freaking the fuck out. And that's what I remember. And just not really understanding what was happening, obviously. Like, there's no way to be 4, 5, 6 years old and have any real idea of what was happening. I was 6. Yeah, I was 6 years old. I wonder how it would react if that happened today. Oh, dude, it would be insanity. It would be, well, first and foremost, like, I mean, every single piece of that was already covered. But I was saying, every single tiny detail of that would be on a video. It would be on Twitter. Would be on Instagram. Would be on Reddit. Would be on TikTok. I mean, I do actually remember being 6 years old and thinking they're going to nuclear explode my house in Plano, Texas. Like, I do kind of remember that. Just being like, there's going to be a nuclear explosion. No, I actually do remember being a little freaked out because my dad was traveling for work. He wasn't like flying that day, but I do remember it being like, that was why it was a little spooky. There's been a radical left terrorist attack on the Twin Towers. That is 100%. It'd be like folks, the radical left trans Antifa operatives have attacked the World Trade Center. Nate Bargatze has a hilarious joke about how he had to guard the water towers in a small town in Tennessee afterwards. That's fucking funny. That's actually hilarious. You ever read that saved internet forum for the morning of 9/11? No. I have seen, one time popped up on my YouTube feed, kind of a fucking morbid thing to watch, but I remember watching it a long time ago. I think I was in college or something. It was like somebody stitched together all of like the live news feed from like the whole day. From like before it happened to first plane, everyone's like, yo, what the hell? Like, this is kind of crazy. And to second plane, everyone's like, oh my God. Like, it is kind of crazy to watch. Cooper Flagg has no memories of George Bush being president. I mean, Cooper Flagg was 8 years old when Donald Trump got elected for the first time. Think about that for a second, please. I mean, Cooper Flagg wasn't even alive the first time Obama got elected, right? No, he was. He was. Or was he? He was born in 06. Okay. I mean, that's actually sickening. That one is sickening to think about. That one is sickening. All right. On that note, I'm getting the fuck out of here. All right. We'll be live at probably around 8 o'clock tonight. 2-a-days. I always love the hi messages the moment I'm ending a stream. Hello. Whew. Tonight's the night. DQ, what's it like having to wait 2 whole days before your team plays? Stay safe. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I'll stay safe on my 3-minute drive to the gym. Odds that you'll flag and stars during Anthem tonight. Stars 100% flag? No way. They won't understand what's going on. I did see that though, and they should do that. I will say this, personally. If you're going to yell stars during the Anthem, it has to be in an environment where it makes sense. Because I forgot where I was recently. God, where was it? Where was it that the national anthem was being played and I was having to listen to it? God, I don't remember, but somebody yelled stars. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Somebody yelled stars and everyone was just like, what? Everyone was like, huh? What is this Antifa radicalist doing? I don't remember where the fuck it was. Am I just imagining this? God, did I imagine this? Lots of people named Andrew. I've asked like 20 times and you haven't answered. It's really important. Well, I think that gives you your answer, doesn't it? Grimace. All right, folks, thank you all for tuning in. All of the OGs, you guys, and I love you very much. Could have spent your Wednesday morning anywhere in the world. You decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys not regret it. Donations, members, thank you guys so much. You never have to do that, but it helps me out tremendously. It makes me feel so good. I'm about to post a more kind of condensed version of basically what we talked about today on the Clips channel. If you guys are interested in that, and I got to work on a Bleacher Report video I need edited and sent in. Okay. Mwah. Love you guys. See you guys. The hell just happened? I think I just only clicked something. See you guys later tonight. Most fatal wrecks happen close to home. All right. Thank you for that. Love you all. Bye.